Welcome to the verdict zone. If you're here for a rant, you're in the wrong aisle. If you're here for the facts as we see them, keep watching. Today, we're dissecting a marital conflict where one spouse's entrepreneurial dream is threatening the other's sacred duty as the family's financial safeguard. Meet Arjun and Nia. Arjun has a stable, well-paying job. He's the bedrock. His income covers everything. The mortgage, the groceries, the cars, family vacations, insurance, all of it. Their lifestyle is comfortable, secure, and entirely funded by his salary. Meanwhile, Nia is a powerhouse in her own right. She manages their children's homeschooling and runs a bustling online business. She's a coach, sells digital products, and has a membership club. It looks successful from the outside. But here's the crucial detail. For 5 years, every single dollar her business has generated has been immediately recycled. It goes right back into paying down its substantial debt and covering its own operational costs. The business is not contributing to the family's lifestyle. It's a treadmill, constantly running just to stay in the same place. The business has accumulated a staggering $80,000 in debt. This isn't a small side hustle with minor expenses. It's a significant financial entity that, for half a decade, has been a net drain. The revenue is there, but so are the costs, and the debt looms large. Arjun's income has effectively created a protective bubble, allowing this business experiment to continue without impacting the family's day-to-day life. He has provided the ultimate safety net, the stable ground upon which Nia could build her dream. But after 5 years, the dream isn't self-sufficient. It's an ecosystem that only survives because it's subsidized by his 9-to-5, and now, that bubble is about to be tested. This is the fracture point. Nia lays out the spreadsheets. The numbers are stark. In some months, the business revenue dips below its own costs. Her personal credit is completely maxed out. She's hit a wall. So, she comes to Arjun with a proposal. Let her use his credit cards as a temporary bridge. Just to get over this hump, to finally reach that long-promised land of profitability. For Nia, this is a logical next step. It's a lifeline. But for Arjun, her request is an alarm bell. He instinctively pulls back. Why? Because he doesn't see a temporary bridge. He sees the final breach of a critical firewall. The one firewall that separates his family's stability from her business's volatility. This isn't a request for $100 to cover a bill. This is a request for an open-ended financial pipeline, a blank check drawn on the family's security. His credit isn't just his prudent, it's tied to their home, their cars, their children's future. He sees her business not as a struggling partner, but as a predator that has consumed her credit and is now coming for his. His refusal is immediate and firm. It's a hard no. The emotional translation of this moment is devastating. What Nia hears is, "I don't believe in you. I don't believe in your dream." After 5 years of pouring her heart and soul into this venture, his refusal feels like a profound betrayal, a final judgment that her work is worthless. But what Arjun is actually saying is, "I believe in us, our family, our children too much to risk it all." He's not saying he doesn't believe in her. He's saying he can no longer believe in the business's financial model. This is the classic, gut-wrenching clash between the relentless optimism of an entrepreneur and the necessary prudence of a provider. The entrepreneur sees the summit just beyond the next ridge and is willing to risk everything for the climb. The provider sees the sheer drop on either side of the path and is focused on getting the whole family safely to the next camp. Neither is wrong, but their perspectives are fundamentally incompatible in this moment. He's protecting the foundation. She's trying to build a skyscraper on top of it, but the foundation is starting to show cracks. For him, adding more weight in the form of his credit is reckless. Let's do the emotional accounting. That $80,000 debt isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. It is 5 years of concrete evidence that the business model consumes more than it creates. For Arjun, pouring more fuel on that fire isn't support. It's enabling. It's like giving a gambler your rent money for one last hand at the poker table. From his perspective, true support was the 5 years of stability he provided that allowed her to try in the first place. Now, support means protecting the family from the consequences of that business's failure. For Nia, his refusal is a vote of no confidence that completely negates her years of relentless effort. She hasn't been sitting around. She's been working, building, and grinding. The business generates revenue. It has clients. It's real. In her mind, she is just one breakthrough away from success. His refusal to provide this last bit of help feels like he is actively ensuring her failure. It invalidates her contribution and frames her work not as a potential asset, but as an expensive hobby that has now become an inconvenience. The argument becomes about more than just money. It's about value, respect, and belief. This conflict isn't really about a credit card. It's about risk tolerance and the very definition of support within a marriage. Is support unlimited financial backing, no matter the cost? Or is support providing the safety net that allows someone to dream, but also knowing when to pull the plug before the dream destroys the foundation for everyone? Arjun's view is that of a protector of the family's assets. He is risk-averse because he carries the entire financial load. Nia's view is that of a visionary builder who is being blocked not by the market, but by her own partner. She feels her potential is being stifled by his fear. So, what's the verdict? From a purely financial standpoint, Arjun's boundary is not just rational. It is arguably his fiduciary duty to his family. Refusing to co-sign on more debt for a venture that has a 5-year track record of unprofitability is the only logical move. He is protecting his children's home and future. It is a financially rational and morally defensible position. But here's a moral judgment to think about for later. In a marriage, does the duty to protect the collective family from financial harm override the duty to support a spouse's individual ambition? At what point does prudent caution become a self-fulfilling prophecy for a dream's failure? By refusing this lifeline, is Arjun saving his family, or is he killing his wife's dream and potentially breeding a lifetime of resentment? We are not angry at the system, we're disappointed in the excuses. The excuse that belief must be proven with unlimited access to credit. The excuse that a spouse's income is a communal asset for funding a lifestyle, but their credit line is a personal boundary when it comes to risk. This isn't about motivation. This is an autopsy of a partnership where the business model is failing, and the marriage is being asked to bail it out with its most valuable asset, its future security. This credit line has become the front line in a war between security and aspiration. Where do you stand? Is Arjun a wise guardian protecting his family from ruin, or is he an unsupportive partner crushing a dream? Debate it in the comments below. And if you're ready to dissect more stories where love, money, and risk collide, make sure you're subscribed. Your verdict audits the true cost of a dream. We're here to read the financial fine print of relationships.